Hello, good evening everyone, and welcome to another stream of Plane Shift. Hey. Hello. So the good news is that I figured out what was the problem that we were having yesterday, and actually it was really an Unreal Engine bug. So when Unreal Engine is retargeting, is not passing all the information to the new animations, unfortunately, right? And that is a bit annoying because actually we have 154 animations in ALS, and that is a bit annoying. But I found a way to edit it manually. I mean, edit it massively so that you can change pretty much all the items at the same time, right? And so it's a bit easier. I mean, it's not super straightforward, but it's easier. So I made a guide. I mean, I improved the guide that we were working on yesterday with a lot more points, right, and stuff to do. And I would say that now it's partially working, but we are back to a problem that I had quite some time ago. Like 4 years ago, and I absolutely don't remember how I fixed it, right? Unfortunately, but I try to watch some of my old videos and understand how that was, you know, and what we did. But in the video there is no specific mention of the fix for the twitching lag, right? So what I'm going, but I have manipulated these files a lot, right? And that is the reason why, yeah. Now, for example, the crouch is not, the character is not getting out of crouch, but I think because I did some changes to the default ALS. So what I think what I would like to do is yeah, I was in the middle of a change actually. I used this. I used the yeah. Okay, now it should be back to what it was. Yeah. So now, with the standard character provided by ALS, everything works, right? Everything works properly. With our character, if I switch it, right? Everything works except one thing. That is that the left leg is glitching and is moving continuously. And this is something that we have seen already. So that is our character, right? Can I go into full screen? Yeah. This is our character. I don't know why. Okay. You see the okay, apart from this, but this is due to another problem that is not, it's nothing to do, so don't care about it. But you see that the left leg is continuously moving, and everything else pretty much works. I mean, he can run, he can jump, he can mantle, you know, everything else works. He can jump down and roll, right? So everything works as expected. The only problem is the left leg moving like that. There's a big scratch. Is it better? The bad micro. Is it better now? So let me change the music. Yeah, I think the volume was also low. Yes, okay. So this problem, I had this problem already in the past, but I absolutely don't remember how the hell I fixed it. So before you know, going crazy in debugging and trying to find out a solution and whatever, I think I would like to just redo everything from clean, right, from scratch. I would like to do everything from scratch, including, you know, deleting the animation BP. I mean, the import of the character I think is fine. So the import of the character, I'm not gonna redo it, right? So I think is the base skeleton with the VB thingies, you know, all of that, I'm gonna keep it as it is. But I'm going to delete everything in this folder. So all the animations we're gonna delete and redo, including the animation blueprint, right? And this means that there are some references to these animations that we will have to reset, but it's fine. We will reset. Yeah. So we will force the deletion of that no matter what. And yes, I found some videos from the past where we were doing exactly the same thing, right? And yeah, I found that. Okay, so let's follow the guide. Let's follow this guide, right? I will keep it on the other screen so that I can easily see it while we are working, right? And we will just follow it from scratch. There is the guide that I made and is based on all the learnings that I did, you know, yesterday. So import the CRAN, create a preview mesh, add the virtual bone. So this one is done and I would not redo it. I don't think that we have any errors on the virtual bones. Now we may decide to redo it, but I mean, the character looks good, it moves good, so I don't think we have a problem with the skeleton, right? So, and these curves are in place. These are just VB target, virtual bones target, that they are like static names, right? With a source. Now, I don't know if I can see bone name, transformation, bone transformation, refresh. I don't know what we can actually do on these bones, right? On this additional. For example, they do not have any curve. That's kind of interesting. I could check if my animation, wait a second. Do they have any? Oh wow. But they are all disabled or what? Okay, I just discovered something new. I just discovered something new. How these curves get associated to the skeleton? But they are not connected to any bones anyway, because you see it says bone 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. Do we want to try to delete them and see what happens? I deleted them. Oh wow. So is using no is import what? Ah no, because now I deleted. Wait. I have to switch to them. What is the game mode? I mean, obviously I have to switch back to the ALS character. Doesn't seem to make any difference really. Wow. So probably those curves are not really used because nothing. I mean, they are there, but I don't know if they are actually used because I deleted them all here in the reference and they were weighted on 0 bones, right? We have some anim notify though. But also these ones are... also these ones, I don't know if they are actually used. Do we have in our... no, we don't have. So this may be placeholders, but definitely this is a difference, right? Between... So these are notifies that you may use for specific animations. Like when you want to play a certain sound. Hello, Funner. You're winning every night. That's insane. That's insane. You're winning every single night. Absolutely incredible. Congratulations for your winning. Okay, so let's follow the thing and see what he's saying. So create a new IK rig. Okay, this one we created already. I'm not gonna redo it because I think this is static stuff, right? This and this are static stuff that is not affected by it, right? Auto create request chains, create a new. So the only thing maybe I want to double check, right, is that actually these two IK chains are identical, right? So that is what I would like to see, so that we actually have covered. So root spine. So root, spine 01, spine 01, neck, head, tight ball, clavicle, upper arm, and thumb 3, index 3, middle 3, ring 3, pinky 3. Ring, no, tight L, ball L, clavicle. Well, here we have a clavicle L, but anyway, they're just not the same order, I guess. No, sorry, see. Clavicle L, upper arm, and thumb, index, ring, pinky, okay. And then the other clavicle, yes, the other clavicle, which is here, the other upper arm, the thumb, the index, the middle, the ring, and the pinky. So they are identical, right? These two are identical. They are identical. Now the skeleton is not identical, but this rig should be good. So I'm not gonna touch it anymore, right? Now, probably one thing that I didn't mention is the fact that we have changed in our skeleton the retarget option, right? The retargeting option. So, did I mention that in the guide? Nope. I forgot about it. I think this should be done here. Right? Modify, let me say, modify the cran skeleton. So we can say added the virtual bone to the cran skeleton as per table below. And then we can say, fuck, but I cannot continue this list. No! I cannot continue this list. Well, I can put it after. Yeah, I can put it after. So I can say, so yes, I can continue the list. We will say, enable, let's say, activate under skeleton 3 show retargeting option. Wait, under skeleton 3 tab, the retargeting options, right? And then copy the values from the current PS implementation. I mean, I cannot really list them all, but basically is animation scaled for the root and all the IK. So animation scaled for the root, pelvis, and all the IK, pretty much, right? And then is skeleton for everything else. Yeah, pretty much that's it. Okay, so this one we did, right? We added this, we added the virtual bones, we created the rig, we did the auto create, so this is all done, right? So I'm not gonna redo it because I trust that that part is not. Hello, Shadow. Hey. Project is doing well. Unfortunately, I decided to upgrade our ALS system and is a real pain because documentation is bad and Unreal Engine 5.4 is glitched, and I mean there are a number of problems. But after a lot of work, actually I created this guide on our wiki that should basically allow me step by step to do what we have to do, hopefully. And we will see if at the end of this process everything works or I still have the glitch. At the moment we have a glitch. We have this glitch. I have a video for it. So we have this glitch basically where the left leg is continuously twitching, right? Like this. You see the left leg, ding, 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 ding. So it's doing it continuously. And it's something that actually happened already in the past, but I cannot remember how I fixed it. And I think that at the end, probably I fixed it just by upgrading the solution. So we are going through the process now, and we will see if it works. So I have the guide on the left, my guide on the left, and I'm following step by step now. So create a new IK retargeter. Okay, this one we already have is this one. This is the retargeter, right? That we have, where we have the two characters. I mean, here we only have the torso because our character is modular and so it's made of pieces. We cannot have all the pieces here, but it's fine. Yes, one way to actually fix another glitch was this one, to set translation mode to globally scaled. Right? Exactly. Then we go here. Can you close that? So then we search the anim BP. And we right click retarget, right? Retarget animations. Select the MVP and click on retarget animations. Select the animation man as the source. Select our cran character as the our cran torso as the target. Select the RTG ALS to cran. Select all assets and click on export animation. Okay, we put them here. This directory at the moment is empty, so we just export everything and we overwrite file. This will take a bit, but it's fine. Always fine when you upgrade your project. Yeah, I mean, the current release is already in 5.4, right? So we managed to upgrade to 5.4 and is out, right? But unfortunately, we have a glitch on the character movement, and it is why now I'm trying to upgrade ALS. ALS went quite some way from when we integrated it nearly 4 years ago, right? And then we did another run of it like 3 years ago, probably, right? But it went through multiple upgrades and improvements, not major in the sense that this library is pretty much stale at the moment, right? So they left it where it was, but there has been some small incremental improvements and that we missed, and also some additional C++ code, removing even more blueprints and fixing some bugs. So Plus has been designed with 5.4 in mind, well, with 5 in mind, let's say, with 5 in mind, and then has been upgraded to 5.4. So it should be good. Okay, so okay, so now we are in the moment where our animation is all messed up, right? And we know why, right? We know why. It's because there is a glitch in 5.4 that the retargeter is not copying over the additive settings of the animations, right? So the problem is that we have a significant amount of animations, and the only way for me to do it is to do this. So is to select all the animations, bring them to the bulk editor. Sorry, bring them to the property matrix. which is this, which basically allows you to multi-edit assets. We can actually remove all the columns that we don't need. Because the view is simpler, right? We need these 4 columns. And then we need to do the same with our animations. And this is basically a fix of what Unreal Engine cannot do, pretty much. Right? So I'm doing manually what the retargeter should have done. Luckily, you can launch 2 property matrix editor at the same time, which is fantastic. And so we can multi-edit, right? So we will keep them. You see that it's exactly the same list. These are the ones for our new character. That is the one for the existing character. And what we have to check, the differences, right? And I have to be sure that here I have the same columns. They are not in the same order though. Or maybe there is more stuff that I don't need. Yeah, like this, retarget source. There is a frame that I'm missing. Okay, there is an interpolation that I don't need. Parent asset I don't need. Okay, now they should be fairly similar, right? Yeah, now they are similar. So what we need, yeah, so we have the same column. What we need to do, we need to basically bring the right side equal to the left side with all these settings. Which is kind of a pain. But anyway, that's what it is. So for example, this one is a bit weird, right? This one is no additive, but he has a selected frame. Now, if it's no additive, actually it is skipping, right? So I think we can skip all the no additive, because even if he has a value here, this value is not doing anything because we are not in additive mode, right? So I think we can skip this even if it is a difference. The one that we really want to change are these ones, right? This local space, and the good thing is that we can select them all together. So we can select all of this, right? All of this, and change to local space, skeleton. No, we go selected animation frame, right? Because there is selected animation frame. Frame 0, and then we just search what is this thing, right? There is the ALS and fall loop. So we have to do, I think it's better if I do it this way. Yeah, exactly. So now we search in our animations this one, right? I select it, and then I say here, copy from browser. Boom. So now this one is set for all this to the same value, right? And basically we did this block, right? This block is done. Now, no additive, we just ignore, right? This one is mesh space, so this one is a bit different. This one is the land heavy additive. So I think this one, unfortunately, is it the same? Yeah, it is the same with this one. So we can select both and set both. So this one is mesh space, selected animation frame, frame 0, and also here we have an ALS end pose, right? Which is this one, we select from browser. Okay, fantastic. This is gonna take a bit, but we have no way out, right? So we have to do it this way. There is no other way. Okay, so this is all local space. Hopefully they are all the same values. Yes, they are. So all this block we can do in one click. So we can do local space, selected animation frame. And if you want to help me, you can just check that I'm not doing any mistakes. So basically the left is equal to the right, right? Well, the right is equal to the left, actually. So I copy this, so boom, this is all set, right, up to here. Now here we have three different values, okay, which is the mesh space. So we set mesh space, selected animation frame, frame 0, and we get our ALS and pose, and boom, we set it. Okay. All of this is non-additive, so we skip. Then we have secondary motion, which is actually the one that is causing the problem, by the way, guys. This is the one that is at the moment causing the problem. So we go local space, animation frame, frame 0, and again we have ALS and pose, which we already have selected, so I can just click here and it's done. Then we have 4 that are the same here in mesh space, and they are stop L, stop R, transition L, transition R. Okay, and this one should be also mesh space, selected animation frame 0, and again the ALS pose that we already have here. Okay, easy. That is all non-additive, 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 so we don't care. So we arrive here. This one have multiple values. Okay, so this one we have to do one by one, unfortunately, because they have different values here in terms of frame, which is a bit annoying, but some of this we are not even using, but I just want to do it right, okay? So this is the binocular, so we go mesh, animation frame, number 3, and then this little monster here, which is ILS animation, whatever, that, okay? So this is now the same. This one I think is identical, just is using frame number 6 instead of frame number 3, which is this one below. Yep. So there is also mesh, animation frame 6, and then we use the same value. Okay, non-additive, non-additive. Let me see the sweep. The sweep also is different, unfortunately, so we have to do one by one, which is super annoying, but we do it. Mesh space, select animation frame. That is frame number 7, and then here we see what we have. Okay, this is the bow. Thingy. This one we use. Boom. The next is this one, aim, sweep, crouched, I assume. Yeah. So it's again mesh space, selected animation frame, reference frame 11, and it's the same ALS props, poses, no curves. So this one. Okay. Next we do M4. Well, we never shoot an M4 in plane shift, but fine. Yeah, that is the same, 9 and 5. So maybe we can just change the we can do it together, and then we can change just the frame. Yeah, that, oh wow, the name is insane. Yeah, we can do these two together. So it's mesh space, animation frame. First one is 5, I think. Okay, this is this. Now let me see the different value. This one is 5, this one is 9. So 5 and 9. Okay, I want to do them all because I don't really know if inside, you know, the ALS framework then maybe is loading these things and is messing up if they are not okay, right? So I want to be sure that we have them all. Pistol 1H. There is also mesh, and you should check, and I'm not skipping anything, right? I'm doing every single line that has additive on. Okay. Pistol, so we do that. The first one is 5, the second is 9. So 5 and 9. Next we have 2H. Probably be the same, just with a 2H. Yeah, I think so. Yep. Okay, the 2H sweep and crouch. This is also mesh space. Select animation frame, and this 6 and 10 in this case. 6. The theory behind this is that there are animations where they have one pose for every frame, and here you select the frame that you want, right? So one is crouch, the other is standing, the other is, you know, whatever. So okay, so we are pretty much at the end. We have 2 more, which is the torch, which we actually use. This one has mesh, animation frame, and he has this as a value. And the first frame is 3 and 6. Okay, 3 and 6. Okay. So I think now the two sets should be identical, hopefully. So all the ones that we have overridden, I don't know why here it shows this and here it doesn't, but anyway. It doesn't show the small arrow saying that you overridden that thing. Yeah. And for the enable root motion, we only have these 3, including the land and roll, yep, and nothing else. But that is ported by the retargeter. Okay, so I think we did everything here. I think we can save all at this point. Let me see what he wants to save. Yeah. We can save all this. Okay, so after this step, in theory, now our animation blueprint should look reasonable. Maybe not yet okay, you know, not yet final, but it should look okay. So not completely warped like it was before. Exactly. I'm reading the guide, and so the next step is to actually open the animation blueprint and see where we are, right? because they may be one hand which is rotated 90 degrees. So there may be still some issues. One of the strange things that I've seen is that in the preview, the hands are not really correct, but then when you run the game, they are correct. And this is something that always puzzled me a bit, but I don't know why it takes so much time to save, but I mean, it's 150 files, but they are very, very small. So it should be nearly instant, but okay, fine. So we did this work with the property editor. I think we can close it. So now we go here, we open our ALS, and we want to see okay, because I had animation sequence selected, so I couldn't see the animation blueprint. Okay, so yeah, the hands are fucked up. But at least for what we have seen, this is not a problem in the game, because there is just the IK not being correct. I want to go step by step, right? I want to go step by step. So, but anyway, our guide says that if you see a hand like this, which is actually not properly positioned, I had the left hand very rotated 90 degree. To get a proper preview in the BP, I had to remove the take rotation from effector for the two bone IK and L. So, okay, so the way to do it is to go in two bone IK for the left hand. No, this is the right hand actually. For the right hand, right, which is this one, and remove this take rotation from effector space and recompile. Okay, you see that the hand, the arm is still a bit weird, but the hand, well, it's still kind of weird, but at least it's rotated this direction. I think at the moment we have a problem with the shoulder. I don't know if I want to do it also with the other hand, but we can try and see what happens. In this case, if I do that, it seems to be worst. And I think the reason is that all these bones are mirrored. All the right side is mirrored, and so it may. Now, how to fix this shoulder? I absolutely have no idea. I don't even know why it's looking there, but I think that the next step is to the next step. I don't know if I want already to change this, because this is basically only a problem for the preview. But it seems to me that the elbow. Do we have an elbow? Do we have an elbow? Wait, why is pointing to this? It's a bit strange that when I select the let me close it 1 second. It's strange that when I ask him to go on the skeleton, is actually showing me the other skeleton, or probably showing my skeleton with the. No, it's showing the wrong skeleton. Why? Wait, first of all, let's rename this so that it's more understandable. There is the CRAN animation blueprint, right? I don't understand why it's saying that. Yeah, exactly. You see that here it says that the target skeleton is the CRAN skeleton, right? It is. So I have no idea why it's tempting to open the other one when I click here. That is very strange. You know what? I will just close the editor and open it again. Because I don't trust that view. I don't trust that view. You see? Now it's going to the right torso, to the right skeleton. So it was kind of fucked up, right? But it's kind of weird. She's kind of weird. So I would suggest that you you actually reopen the restart the editor or the anim BP. We still see the old skeleton. Weird. Okay, I have no idea why the hands are like this, if you ask me. But at the moment, I would not care. Let's move on and let's ignore the IK, right? Let's ignore the IK completely. Okay, create a new blueprint derived from ALS character. So this we did already, so I'm not gonna do it again. So we have a blueprint here that is called CRAN BP. In this CRAN BP, we have to change the class defaults where we want to change so in class default, wait, because we have the view is a bit, I'm missing some text. Okay. In class default, I have to change the movement model, but this one I did already, right? I just have to be sure that it's pointing to the movement model. There is only one movement model, right? Yeah, there's only one, because this one yeah, okay, and it is normal, so that is good, that is done. Then in class default also we have to copy, yes, we have to copy all these values. For roll and get up. Yeah, actually for land roll and get up. So this one we need to copy. The way to do it is to copy from no, character BP. Yeah. So the way to do it is to copy from here. Now, also this operation is not very easy. It's kind of annoying, but it's fine. We can do it. We can do it. So this one is land roll. Let me see. Land roll default, which is pointing to a montage called land roll default, which also has been migrated. You see that we have two. We have two because this one is the one for our character, right? That is land roll LH. That is land roll 2H. That is land roll RH. Okay, and we did all the land roll. Now we have the get up. These are not the same order, unfortunately. But all the get up, back. So we just have to be sure that they are matching the name, right? Get up, back, default. Okay, there is only one. Then get up, back, LH. Okay. Get up, back, 2H. Okay. Get up, back, RH. And then get up, front. Let me copy this. LH. Get up front. I already fucked up. Get up front default. Get up front LH. Get up front 2H. Okay. Okay, so now we have set all the land and so we are in the same situation. Still following my guide. Copy that. Then add a mantle component and a debug component. This one we did already. So we have the mantle component here and the debug component here. Add all the skeletal meshes for the head, arms, and blah blah blah. We did it already. We didn't change that. So we have all the pieces. In the construction script, do this. I did it already because this part I didn't delete, right? So it was already in place. In the construction script, you select the post component. Yes, yes, yes. In the 3D view, rotate the mesh 90 degrees. This we did already. Override the function get up animation, get roll animation, copy the content from ALS character DB. You will have a lot of error for existing variables, create those variables. Okay, that is all done. What is not listed here is that we have to set on the torso, we have to set animation blueprint and then our cran animation blueprint, right? Which is this one. The legs look a bit weird, but I know how to fix it. Don't worry. Okay. That's in the current component. Okay, so here we have to set the animation class. Set the animation class to be the anim class. I know it's called anim class, but set the anim class to be the new retargeted, animation blueprint, right? Which hopefully we renamed, but actually I had that already. Yeah, this was already listed here actually. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, basically our guide is finished, boys. So now we have the problem of the legs, but before doing that, We will just test it even with the weird legs, okay? So we have to go into game mode. So search ALS game mode BP. Actually, it's called SP. I don't know why. And why is it called SP and not BP? I don't know. And change the default pawn class. And change the default pawn class. I'm typing in the guide, so all these steps to the new CRAN BP. Right? So I'm changing it to CRAN BP. Okay. Okay, so now I suggest a save all because so we are sure, okay, everything is already saved. Okay, so now if we play the level, okay, so the movement of the leg is the same. Okay, we have another problem, right? Which is the this shape of the legs, but this is very easy to fix, right? So basically, when we are inside of here, we have to, but we have the same problem, unfortunately. So we didn't fix the original problem. But you see, these legs are scaled up, and so what happened is that the foot IK went a bit too much to the back, right? So let me see if I have that. Two bone IK. If the legs are bent backward, you have to move. So what we have to do, we have to search two bone IK, two bone IK for I don't remember if it's the target knee. I don't remember if it's the target knee or is the because this one I didn't wrote it down. Is this one? Is this one? Joint target location to be in front of the leg. Yeah, it's not telling you. Well, it's telling you two bones IK. So foot IK. There is only one. So so let me just try to move this down so that I can't see it. We are in foot IK. Yes, we are in foot IK. So animation layer. Let me type this down. So go to animation layers, foot IK, and change to and clicking on. Well, you have to click on two bone IK for the foot, and click on two bone IK for the foot. You will see a gizmo, right? A gizmo in the, but you don't have to change the gizmo. I think you have to change here the joint target exactly. So on the right panel, select joint target. I mean, in the right panel, change joint target location to be in front of the knee, right? So if I moved it now, the problem is to understand how to move it, but I think it should be on the X. It is not making any difference at all. Ah, yes, it is. You see? You see how the legs changes? So this is at the front and this is at the back, right? And this is basically the target for the feet. Now, I don't know if this target, being the target for the feet, isn't that insanely high? I mean, it seems to be like over the top. But anyway, let's do one change at a time. So we do the same for the other. And also for the other, we move it forward. You see how the leg is snapping forward, right? And yes, this one has a much better height, by the way. The other one is a height that is super high. I don't know why, but maybe that's the reason why it's glitching. I don't know. But anyway, with this done, we can launch the simulation again. And you see that now the legs are actually correct. Yeah, unfortunately, that rotate. Well, we don't use this rotation, right? We don't use this rotation. We use only this rotation, and in this rotation is good. Unfortunately, with the rotation, with this forced rotation, if you really do a 360, the legs are kind of messing up. Yeah, they are. Well, not always. Like now, they look like reasonable, but yeah, like now, right? Sometimes they go really too deep. But we don't use this rotation. We use this rotation in game, and this rotation in game is good. Now, it seems that I have a problem with the crouch for sure, because it's not crouching properly. I don't know why. And I still have the glitch of the leg moving. Okay, let me see if we move this guy. I can also move it like this if I want. Okay, that's very nice. Let me try to have this guy at a reasonable height, right? Like his brother, because his brother is here and he was like super high. I don't know. And let me see if that maybe is fixing the leg twitching. No, it's not fixing the leg twitching at all. Fuck. So basically we redid it all and we got to the same result. Hey Funner. 200 points! Okay, let me save these changes. So I think what we did is good, but it's still broken, right? Plus, I have a significant problem on the crouch. So the roll works okay. Uh-oh. Yeah, I was crouched actually. So if I'm not crouched, I think everything works as expected. I can move properly, right? I can roll in any direction. I can mantle properly, off or full. I can jump down and roll, right? So pretty much, and I can switch the rotation mode. So now I'm in the other rotation mode. I can probably also mantle while flying. Well, I have to catch it though. Wait. Yes, like that. You see that I mantled while I was actually flying up. Yeah, so everything seems to work okay here. But the crouch is broken. Let me try something else, because I had a problem with these settings. So these were not injured, seems to work. Hand tied seems to work. Rifle well, rifle is kind of fucked up, really. I still hear may still be some rotation going on. The bow. Whenever we are using the IK, it seems that we have two issues. One is that we still have a bit of weight on the IK, which in theory should not be, but it seems that we do, at least for this character. Because you see that when I go in that location, the arm kind of warps. The torch seems to work fine. Yeah, the binoculars also are completely fucked up. So it seems that the left end is completely fucked up. But it's strange because, like, when he's like this, right? There seems to be a very natural position. It works very good, right? It is the feminine walk. It is the masculine walk, and there is the default walk. I think is the masculine. The injured works, right? And he's moving that hand. But the rifle seems really to warp the end completely. I don't know why, right? It's like it again. The look at target is completely off. I mean, we're not gonna use these poses, right? We're not gonna use them. Like, we're not gonna shoot with a pistol, but the idea was to, you know. Yeah, the second hand is completely fucked. That's for sure. But my fear is that we still have some weight on... we still have some weight that probably we don't. Well, yeah, the weight is on the mesh, so we may have some weight from. Let me check that. Looks like the second hand is broken. Yeah, and we have the leg that is twitching continuously. So unfortunately, we didn't make much progress. You know, but at least I retested the procedure fully. And that is good. And I also added new notes that were missing, right? So we tested the full procedure again in 5.4, you know, updated for 5.4, which is great. So my feeling is that we still have, on this arm, we still have some weight coming from the from the IK. No? It seems not. There is lower arm twist, clavicle, upper arm twist seems to be 0. Seems actually to be 0. Lower arm twist, and R index. Actually, I don't see that. Strange. No, it seems not. It seems not. It seems not. Which is strange though, because he really looks like he's doing that, right? Progress. I don't know. I think we are going backward. Yes. But anyway, for what we are concerned, right? I mean, if we can just remove this freaking tick of the leg on the ground, I think we will be good, because everything else is working. Apart from the special poses, right? But the special poses we are not really using much, right? I mean, we are using the bow actually, so the bow may be a problem. But you see that? You see how he swaps up and down like crazy? I think it's just the target of the elbow that is fucked. My feeling is that the target of the elbow, but where is the target of the elbow? Good question. Because we have the target of the feet, the target of the hand, but do we have the target of the elbow? Let me see this hand, joint target, exactly. Where is the joint target? Where is the joint target of the hand, huh? Joint target of the hand is where? Is there? Ah, it's that thing. That is the joint target. Which actually is at 0. Let me see 1 second the other RAM. I mean the default one. I want to understand. I want to understand for this guy. Yeah, for this guy is basically, this is the guy that works, right? This is pointing really between these two things, right? But what I see, I mean, the difference is pretty evident, right, between the two, because this guy really has the hand properly positioned, and this middle thing, you know, is which I think this bone is the handgun bow, while for our guy, right? For our guy, I don't know why the position is so wildly different, right? The position here is from here to there, while there is kind of vertical, like the ends are properly staying on the, right? So can I change that or not? I mean, can I change the effector position or not? In theory, I can. I mean, if I want, I can bring it back to a normal position. This is the I'm changing the effector, right? So I'm changing. I think I'm changing this. Yes, I'm changing this. So this is the effector, right? Which is basically affecting how our character is going to. Now, is influencing a bit also the left. You see the other hand, when I move this, also the other hand is moving a bit. It's kind of strange, but. Now, this one is completely fucked. I mean, this one is really in the wrong position, right? I don't know if it's the retargeting that caused that or what, but... And I don't know if I can just move them, right? Or if moving them is causing then other issues. But the strange thing that is now is doing this kind of movement which makes no sense. But what we see here is usually not what we see then in the actual game. Because you see that here is not... I don't know what I did. I pressed an additional key. You see that here the hands are okay, right? Now I have no idea if what I did made a difference. So let's go to the... What was the most broken? The most broken was the rifle, right? Yeah, it is kind of broken. The left hand is completely warped based to the camera. You see that it's warping it based on the camera movement. So if I move the camera, that thing is winging based on the camera position, which makes absolutely no sense. Holy fuck. But this is only for the rifle, because the other ones are working fairly good. Like the torch, right? Binoculars is completely off. I don't understand what is going on, but it seems that one hand just doesn't work. Right? One hand just doesn't work. The right hand works. Right? This hand kind of works. The other hand just doesn't work. The box is very similar. So the right hand works kind of fine. The left hand is completely fucked. The barrel, which is actually using the left hand, seems to be a bit fucked. Because it seems to warp the worst significantly. I still think there is a weight that is somewhere, right? I have the feeling there is a weight. Okay, let's ignore for 1 second this stuff. Let's try to understand the crouch, because the crouch is completely broken. So if I roll, it works. But if I crouch, like now I'm crouched in theory. You see how it walks? So it's like if the skeleton is not bending. So it's not going down, basically. And this is a major problem, because if the crouch doesn't work, we are fucked. We are completely fucked. I mean, we cannot stay without crouch. I mean, it's impossible. It's absolutely impossible. Ah, but it's happening also for this guy. Holy shit. Uh-oh. What the fuck? Why? No. How is possible that is happening also for this guy?
By the gods, this can't be happening.
What the fuck? Fuck. It means I changed something? Yeah, that's very possible. No. It means I did some changes. No, when I was doing the test. No. No. Wait a second, I am searching on the other screen. I'm searching on the other screen because I want to see. Where do I have the original and what did I do? In theory. The skeleton has been modified. CLF, get up, back montage 2H. I mean, I can. No, I mean, it was working 100%, right? It was working 100% in the origin. So something happened. Something happened. I mean, can I just re-extract, unzip everything on top? In theory, well, maybe I can do it within character assets, because these are all the ones that I should not have changed for any reason, right? So maybe I can re-export. Let me close the editor down because they will complain. I didn't notice that that was fucked. I really didn't notice. Then it means that we retargeted on the wrong, I mean starting from the wrong thing. Right? Annoying. I mean, I can redo it. It's no problem. It takes like 1 hour, 40 minutes. Even less now because I already created all the. Did he break his right ankle? Yeah, he's having a bit of issues these days, but he will get back in shape. I tell you, he will get back in shape. He's just a bit broken, but he can do it. Yeah, you see, now it's okay. So something changed. Something changed in. I mean, I did a lot of tests, right? To actually debug the stuff, I did a lot of tests. And I think I did some changes to... now, what did we copy? We copy everything, including the skeleton, huh? Including the skeleton. So I have also overwritten now the skeleton of the retargeted guy. But I still think my guy will act weird, no? Because he's not really using the skeleton anymore now. Cram BP. So I have to redo it, huh? Fuck it. Yeah. She's very strange. Maybe it's only one anime. Maybe it's only a bunch of animations, you know? I mean, it's only because there are 2 animations that actually were changed. Apart from the skeleton, but there were 2 animations. The land roll F. Let me try to retarget only those 2. The land roll F, the base one, which is this guy. And land roll F. Okay. Why modified the... there's only one thing I asked him to do, and he did. But anyway, the land roll F and the CLF gap up montage. The CLF get up. But this is a montage. So in theory, no. So in theory, no. Wow. So the skeleton was fucked? Oh my god. The skeleton was fucked? Shit, if I have to redo it, it's kind of annoying. What do you mean duplicating? Ah, finally a good position, huh? Finally a good position. This was the same position we were in yesterday, by the way. It's kind of a nice position to be. Very comfortable, you know. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ah, this is really, really good. This is incredible, huh? This is absolutely incredible. I mean, even if you wanted to do this, look. Look at me, look at me. I can walk being horizontal. Look at that. Look at that. Huh? How can you do this? This is a very, very, very hard exercise. I mean, it's not easy at all, I tell you. It's not easy at all. Fuck. This is the jump. What the hell? And this is the ragdoll. Yeah. Well. Well, my friend, you have a lot of trouble. Yeah, I know. He tried actually to stand up. You have a lot of trouble, my friend. I know, but I will tell you, one day you will be okay again. Oh my god. Okay, I don't know why exactly this happens, but I think it's a kind of a mismatch, you know, between the between the skeleton and the animation blueprint in terms of basic settings and coordinate and rotations and such. So, oh my god. So we fucked it up again. Shit. Cannot believe it. I cannot believe how hard is this thing. Why it just doesn't work, right? Why it just doesn't work as it should? Yeah, with his model is pretty good, I would say. Boom, 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 boom. With bro, that hand is kind of in a weird place, but anyway. Ah, the idea was that with the torch, when you right click, it moves it forward. Yeah, but you see that with his character, the binoculars are very nice, so they are really, really good. And you can also do it crouched if you want. So Oh fuck, if I have to redo it, shit. The problem is that I know that I will redo it, and then we will fix the crouch, because the crouch was broken due to the wrong files from the beginning. But we will still have the leg twitch, right? The leg twitching. And that will be a problem. Fuck. Fuck. Arr. 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 This thing is, I know, every time we touch this system is a freaking pain. Every time we touch it. Every time. Every time we touch this system, we cry. Every time. It's a very nice system, actually. I think it's very nice. I mean, all the mantle capabilities and all the poses capabilities, right? I think overall it's very nice, but let me just check one thing, because I'm still not convinced, right? I'm still not convinced that these vertexes have zero weight. No, it seems they do. It seems they do have zero. Well, they have a bit, yeah, but they have zero, so... No, it seems to be correct, actually. No, it's okay. But the strange thing is that if the problem is not the weighting, right? How can the arm do this, right? I mean, because the arm is made of bones, right? It's made of bones. So there is the shoulder, right? There is the upper arm, lower arm. And I mean, when he moves all together, right? There is no... Right? There is no weighting. Is there weight from here to the lower arm? You see, lower arm is zero, right? There is zero lower arm. So you cannot say that, oh, it is warped, and so the upper arm is getting. Well, actually, here we have a bit of lower arm, yeah, because the lower arm is starting here, so it's normal, right? Yeah, I think it's perfectly. No, the weighting is very, very good. I think the weighting is very good. There is no. And in fact, you know, it works when you are in the normal movement, right? If it works in the normal movement, it means that the weight is correct. Otherwise, it will look wrong. Also, just also in the idle animation. I think what is happening is that we have some weird rotations going on. Unfortunately, there are so many different, right? So many. The other thing that I did, I deleted the curves on the skeleton. But then I think I tested it, no? And we said it was working okay. I mean, is the retargeting fucking up also the original model or what? Hello, dotted fish. Hey, you are back. We are very deep into a hole or into a cave of pain. So you are joining in a very tough moment. In a very tough moment. Unfortunately. It's good now my character can go up and down. So when I bounce, like now I'm bouncing on my chair. So I'm basically leaning backward with my chair. And my character is going up and down a bit. Yes, I want. Yeah, exactly. I cannot stand anymore. I cannot stand anymore the fact that our character go crazy and bumps to the ground and does weird shit. I cannot stand it anymore. So I decided to upgrade ALS to the latest version, which is actually made for Unreal Engine 5.4. The problem is that Unreal Engine 5.4 is fucking up a number of things on animation retargeting. And so the stuff that we retargeted in the past actually works, but if we retarget now, we have to do a number of manual steps. Why is it taking so much time? I don't know. What is doing? So yeah, I want to fix that, but I don't know if I will be able to, because the way it looks now, I mean, it's very grim. It's a very dark future, pretty much like Warhammer 40k. In the grim, dark future. Right? I have no idea what it's doing. Is deleting assets okay, but because I asked you to override, okay, I understand that. But is that hard, you know, to is it that hard to override 100 files? So you could replace the dark future with thousands of lights. Yeah, exactly. That's the idea. I saw a video on megalights in EU 5.5. Yeah. Maybe 5.5 is fixing this problem, but then it's adding another problem, you know. So we need to stabilize on a release, because yeah, the idea could be, oh, try 5.5, maybe the retargeting is working, but I don't know. Maybe this retargeting is easy to port back to 4.4, 5.4. Maybe it is possible to look at the source code of 5.5 and look at the retargeting piece and port it back, maybe. Assuming that it's fixed, because we don't know. Bro, I have no idea what the editor is doing. I have no idea what it's doing. Okay, I did it. Jesus, I created copies of everything. GG override, thank you. I asked you to override, you just copied over everything. Okay, 2 times. Good job with the override. Good job, really. Did you at least do it right or not even? Like, how many animation blueprint we have now? Oh wow, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fantastic. So you managed to create 5 times the same asset. Oh my god. So which one is the best? The last one? We can try the last one and see. The last one seems to be all garbled up like usual, because you didn't copy the additive pieces, huh? You stupid engine. Look what you did. Look what you did. Look at this. Look at what you created. You stupid engine. You seems to be, you know, operated by an artificial intelligence. Because you really do stupid stuff. Fuck. Did you duplicate also all the sequences? Yeah, you duplicated everything, obviously. You duplicated freaking everything, huh? The funny thing is that the funny thing is that the animation per se actually work fine, right? It's only when they are in the context of the animation blueprint that they go crazy. So that is the retargeting that this guy managed to do. So he managed to fuck up everything. It took 1 hour and he also fucked it up. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. So to have the crouch working, I have to redo the whole procedure. But then after I redo the whole procedure, the left leg may still be glitching. Can we live with the left leg glitch? So can we fix the bump to the ground but live with the left leg glitch? Is this acceptable or not? I don't know. Select all, delete. Hello, Video Nomad. And when you stabilize on a release and after some releases insanity jump from 5.5 to 5.8, you can win this. You can win with this. I created a plane shift over CRAN. I created a plane shift over CRAN. Ah, you mean there are a lot of planes randomly? Yeah, pretty much, yes. It's like a warped into another universe. No, I think that if we stabilize, you know, I mean, there are games that are made in Unreal Engine 4 today, right? So they are made in Unreal Engine 4. And they don't care because the Unreal Engine 4 reached the point where it was actually, you know, functional. I mean, I wanted to upgrade to 5 because I felt that, you know, part of this project is also learning, right? It's not just to produce stuff. You know, we are not a company. I mean, we are a company, but we are not a company. We are a non-profit company, right? So it's not that I have to sell, you know, stuff, and so we have to make money at all costs. Otherwise, we cannot feed our cats, right? So part of this is also learning. At the same time, you know, I would like to give to you players a game that actually works. That would be nice. That would be nice. So and yeah, the move to 5 was really an exploratory move. We went to 5.1. 5.1 went kind of fine, I would say. So nothing major breaking. And then I went to 5.4.3 and this glitch of the animation came up. I think because we started to diverge too much from the ALS code base, right? Because the ALS code base was made a long time ago. I mean, the one that we were using. Look at how much time it's taking. Come on. Come on. What I want to see now is, after the retargeting, do you think that the original is fucked or not? No, it's not. So I really modified something in the original that I really like. The binoculars one. Binoculars one is fantastic. This one is very, very nice. I really like the way it moves, right? It's really, really nice. And also the way we reorganize the legs based on the direction, right? So this is basically what our character should do, right? But it doesn't. Fuck. Okay, let's try to redo it one more time. And we have like half of it already done, right? So it's not that we have to redo, right? We have to. I mean, there are two things that are annoying, and the rest is kind of fine. So, I mean, one of the issues that we have is that this character is way bigger than the other, right? So the retargeter, I think he has some trouble in. Okay, this time should be faster because we have seen that when it does not have to override, it is actually faster. But if you try to override, it's just fucking up everything. The second suggestion I have is that as soon as we finish the retarget, we save all, we close the editor and we reopen it. Because I think that the editor is keeping in memory some bad stuff. Like, we were seeing the wrong skeleton on the animation blueprint, right? Which makes no sense. You see how fast it was now? Okay, let's do this. Let's save all. Well, let me see first if he did any changes to the source, right? I mean, it should really not. No, it didn't. Okay. So we can save all. And obviously saving also takes a bit of time. Just because we want. Okay. Now that everything is saved, we close the editor and we reopen it. Big move. Big move. No, but I believe we can do it, guys. I believe we can do it. I believe we can do it. I mean, I believe we can do it. We are learning more and more about the system every moment, right? And I think that the guide that I have written, which is this guide, is now comprehensive enough, right? And basically everything works, right? Except the glitch of the freaking lag, but pretty much everything else is working, right? So what happened here? The page fucked up a bit. Wait. Yeah, now it's correct. Okay. Let's do it again one more time and see if... Okay, the first thing I want to test is if the crouch of this character works, right? The crouch of this character works. Now, if I test it with my my character, everything will be fucked up, like we know. So let me skip, create new retargeter. That is done. Select retarget animation, name as a source, blah blah blah, done. Exactly. Now, the point is the usual point, which is this one, which is super annoying. There is the part that is annoying, which is the Unreal Engine 5.4 glitch, right? There is not copying the stuff. It's not copying the stuff. That is the annoying piece, because I have to do it manually, and it freaking takes me like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. You know what we could do? Maybe we can do it only for the basic pieces and not for the... yeah, let's do that. I will not do it for the poses, like the binoculars, right? That stuff. For now. So at least the base... So we see if the base character works. Okay, so we are here again, guys. We are here again. But this time I will do it a bit smarter. I will do only the important ones and we see if it works, okay? Which is this, that needs to be done. Has to be done, which is the... what is that? The lean pose, right? So, local space, I have a sense of deja vu, I don't know why. Local space, ALS and fall loop. This one set. Okay. Mesh space, mesh space. Land, heavy and light. Okay. Mesh space, frame. So what I'm doing now is what the retargeter is not doing. Because he forgets a number of properties and it doesn't copy to the new. It doesn't copy to the new skeleton, right? So that is the nice thing that happens. How are the chances that I'm going to fuck up this? Well, kind of high, so I need to be I need to be focused. Frame 0. Run set. Okay. Mesh space. There are 3. 3 is kind of interesting. Look, sweep, df. Okay. Mesh space. Select animation frame 0. ALS and pose. Okay. I mean, the mantle, if you want, we can skip it, but we have to do the secondary motion. That is the one that was fucked up, right? We have to do the secondary motion. And we have to do select animation frame, yes. ILS end pose, which is already this one. Good. And unfortunately, this one we all have to do because it is when it's moving, right? When it's moving, it's doing this stuff. So, okay, but these 4 are identical. Nice. So it's top down R, transition L, transition R. Okay, mesh space, select animation frame 0. ALS and pose, I see, it's the same one, good, good. Then, okay, binocular we skip, I'm sweep we skip, I'm sweep we skip, 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 and that's it. I'm a bit surprised that the stance variations normal default interpolation step. Let me just check 1 second this one. Variation normal step. No, this one is overridden, yeah. It is overridden. Retarget source. I don't know exactly what this retarget source is doing, but fine. Okay. So I skipped the majority, but I did only the ones that in theory are relevant. Yes. Okay, now... now... I'm trying to do it a bit quicker. I mean, I'm cutting some corners because I want to see... if the crouch works, right? That is what I'm trying to do. Okay, let's try it like this. Like this may be enough. Like this may be enough. I mean, we obviously have the legs that are a bit fucked because we didn't fix the joint pointer, right? But it's fine. It's fine. The joint target. But it's fine. We just need to see if the crouch works. Yeah, we have that leg, stupid. Yeah, the crouch works. Yeah, the leg is stupid, but we fix it. Okay, so basically... yeah. Okay, so the crouch is not a problem. The crouch is not a problem. This is a very, very, very good news. This is a very good news because it means that... so if I want to fix the... if I want to fix that, right? Now we know exactly how to do it. To fix the leg. I don't know why the hands are all fucked here. I mean, it's kind of annoying. In our character, this doesn't happen, but I think because I skipped... I will show you what we did in the old character. I think I just skipped a bunch of stuff. I think I skipped completely the hand positioning. Which is probably breaking other stuff, but it's fine. So we have to search... no, let's try to do it navigating. So we see if we can navigate. We navigate foot IK, and then we go here and we have the foot IK left and right with the two target. I take the target, I move it front. I take the other target and I move it down and I move it front. You see? I learned, huh? I'm slowly learning. Okay. So now the legs should be fine. They are not. This is very, 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 very strange. So unless it's the engine that is like tricking us, in theory, we did exactly what... the knee target. The knee target as well. We have to do both. But the leg actually moved front. I don't think I have to move this. What is the joint? Yeah, because actually we have two things. We have the... I mean, there is a bunch of stuff here, actually. There is a bunch of stuff. No, the one that we modified, right, were these two, right? Were the two bones IK. So if I look at my guide, the guide says If the legs are bent backward, go to the animation layer, foot IK, and click on 2 bone IK on the foot. Right click on the panel and join target location to be in front. Right? So why still? And now it's okay. You see that the engine is a bit weird though. I mean now. So it took like a save, compile, and restart. So I think if you don't compile it, sometimes it's not really taking it. So now we have the crouch working, right? We have the standing kind of. We only have this animation pose, which is fucking up because it's moving like that. But everything now, let me see. I mean, the rifle is still completely fucked. Well, because we. Oh wow! Look at that. Yeah, because we didn't do the work for this, right? For this we didn't do the work. So all of this cannot work. Really cannot work. So look at the lag. Okay, this cannot work because we didn't fix it. We didn't fix it. So we have to finish, you know, the local space, blah blah blah, everywhere. So if we finish that, we end up in the same position. Now, okay, so we proven that we reached the point where everything works except the twitching of the leg. Now, how the fuck this twitching of the leg? Do we want to save everything? Yes, we want. Let's do this. Let's do a save of the world project. How big is the world project? So that I can always restart from here. It's 1.7 gigabytes. Well, maybe if I take only the content. I can take only the content. It's 1 gigabyte. Wow, that's a lot. Because it contains also the starter content, right? So if we take only plane shift, because actually we only added stuff in the plane shift directory. We didn't do anything else. So if I there is 40 megabytes, much better. So if we let me do save all, so we can always restart from this position, right? That is a very good idea. I should have done it. I should have done it before. Anyway. Not under plugins, under, yeah, here. So let me zip, and we call it ALS 54 content ps zip. Boom. Okay, easy. Okay, so we have that saved, right? We have that saved. So now we can mess up whatever we want. We can mess up whatever we want, and we can always go back. Okay, the really that I really want to fix is the lag twitching, right? That lag moving continuously. So that is really a problem for me. Is really a problem. Okay, so what I did was to say, what if I completely skip the end and the foot IK, right? This was the first test that I did when I started to fix this thing, right? And I said, okay, just remove these two, right? Now, if you remove these two, as you can see, here in the model, it starts to be correct already. And the reason is that it's not trying to retarget the IK of the hands or the feet or whatever, right? But we are also losing some functionality. And by the way, it's still twitching. So this means that this problem has nothing to do with the IK, right? Nothing. because we completely skipped these two things. And when I did this, and I did this test already yesterday, so I know exactly where I'm going because I did it already. So what I did, I said, okay, let me do it even more dramatic. We will skip the wall. We will skip the wall graph, everything. The only thing that we want to do, we want to have our standing layer, which is basically this, the standing variation normal, right? Which goes into the secondary motion is applying additive, right? So if I go back to my animation graph, I skip everything and I just put in these three nodes. Right? Which is the standing pose added to the idle, which is the breathing, right? When his breathing is moving a bit, right? And this goes to the output, right? This should be identical. So now my guy will not be able to but now it's not tweaking, it's not twitching. I mean, yeah, obviously now my guy is not applying anything, right? So he's not applying the crouch, the jump animation, he's not applying anything, but he's applying the two basic things that are that surprised me, because actually I was thinking that this was going to break it already. But this is not breaking it. Okay. Okay. I mean, if that is not breaking it, we can start to remove stuff until... Right? So for example, we remove this. Until we find what is actually breaking it, right? Assuming that the editor is properly compiling, reloading and everything, because sometimes it doesn't do it, and so you think it does. Okay, here we have the problem again, right? Here we have the problem again. So, but we skipped all of this. So the problem must be, okay, let's try to remove this part. To remove this part, I just have to do the same starting from here. Right? So I do this. And we play. And we still have the problem. Let me just do it one more time, because sometimes, you know, I don't know, it seems that is, yeah. Okay, so now we are skipping all of this, right? And we are going directly to the output pose. So it means that the problem is inside of this. Now, I cannot use only the base or the overlay, because actually I think that the idle animation is inside of this. So if I do this, I think we will not have the problem, but at the same time, my guy will not be idle. Exactly. So it doesn't play the idle animation anymore, right? Which makes us think that is the idle animation the one that actually is breaking things. Because you see that now everything else works, right? I mean, we will not have these layers, right? These layers now we disabled, so they don't work. But our guy, yup, can do pretty much everything, right? He's not rolling. Yeah, the roll is not there because probably it's another layer that I removed. But now, okay, that's very interesting. Can I do only the overlay? Only the overlay. Only the overlay does not create the problem. But my character basically doesn't do anything, right? So the problem is the mix of these two. So it seems to be this layer blending. Now, can we check if for any reason maybe this layer blending has something that fucked up? Yeah, exactly. That fucked up. Maybe didn't copy. Maybe the nice retargeter didn't copy something here, right? Like curves or other stuff that it needs to have. Layer blending. Instance class uses layer in this blueprint. I mean, we can compare it with the ALS BP. Because this smells again like something be broken. So we are in an im graph. We are in an im graph. We are basically here, and we are looking at this layer blending, right? So at the moment, we are looking at this layer blending. Yeah. So are these parameters the same? Yes, they are the same. Is there any other property here? No. So actually layer blending is a very, very simple node, I guess. Or not. Holy shit. No, it's not. Is this an Unreal Engine thing? Or is an ILS thing? No, this is an ILS thing. Yeah. Okay. So maybe the fuck up is in the layer blending. Maybe the fuck up is in the layer blending. Okay, let's assume that for a second. And let's see if in the retargeting something bad happened. Well, can we simplify this or no? Let me see what this thing is doing. This thing is taking the ALS pose and is taking the CLF pose. And then is blending it based on these things that I have no idea what they are. They are actually variables. They are actually variables, yes. Can we say that at the moment we don't want the crouch, right? We want only this. So let's try to disconnect, like if I do this, right? If I do this and I'm not blending the crouch in, do we still get the problem? Yes, we still get the problem. Okay, so it's not this node, definitely. Then this one goes into base pose. This thing always confused me a bit. So is this or what? Input pose, base layer input. What is this doing? Base layer input, input pose, overlay input pose. Because this one is called base poses input, right? And it becomes a cache to then go into, right? It goes here, right? It goes into this base pose, yeah. And then there is the overlay, base layer input, make dynamic additive. There is an Unreal Engine thing. Make dynamic additive. And it is taken from the base pose and the base layer. Let's try to disconnect these two things. Because I'm trying to simplify the problem, right? And try to understand if any... Uh-oh, something happened here. Okay, our guy became impossible. So it means that this is not possible. It's not possible to remove that. Okay. It's not possible probably because he's using an additive, right? These two things are designed to be added one to the other. And if you don't add them, it just doesn't work, right? MS, what is MS? LS. What is MS, LS? Bot, mesh space and local space. Mesh space and local space version of the base additive is created so that different body parts can receive different additive types. Local space works best on the arm so that the motion respects the rotation induced by the spine. I think we cannot touch this, at least not at the moment, right? Then this one is going create layers from different body sections. Base layer input, overlay layer input. Apply mesh space additive. Two-way plan. Clamp alpha curve name layering leg. Because what I'm thinking is that maybe, you know, some of the curves also have not been moved, right? Because where is getting this layering legs animation curve, right? Animation curve, if I remember right, somewhere, I mean in the skeleton we have in the ALS skeleton that for some reason now we cannot load, I don't know why, but in the ALS skeleton we have a bunch of curves that it seems that we don't have in our skeleton, right? And that is very weird. So look at all these curves. Look at all these curves, right? These curves are actually... Can I copy them all? And let me try to copy all these curves. Can I copy them all and just put them back here? But do they have to be... Okay, seems I can copy them. Okay, let me try now. Maybe now it works, I don't know. Well, we created a nice monster. Wow, that is really interesting though. This is a really interesting monster if you think about it. But wait, I think that now... The curves did this? I cannot believe it. It's not like if you like to sleep at night. Yeah, tonight I will not sleep. I will have like dreams of this crazy. So let me remove the curve. It's very easy to copy paste. So we can copy paste all the curves easy. So let me try to actually delete the curves and launch it again. No, it's still completely fucked up. So it's not the curves. So it's something that we did. It's something that we did here now. Yes, because we fucked up this piece. Okay. Okay, because we fucked up that. Okay, now it's good again. So let me try to add the curves back. Paste. Now we have all the curves that I don't know why they are here and why the retargeter didn't copy them, but maybe that is going to do something. No, it's not going to do anything. Our glitch is still there. PT. Okay, I was hoping that it was a solution. Okay, so we go through this. Why this is not, well, this is not probably used at the moment. That's fine. So here we have all the different slots, right? We add the pelvis, legs, spine, head, arms. And such. And such. And such. Now here is still using this. These curves. Layer blending value arms, layer blending value spine, layer blending, right? Layer blending value spline add. So alpha layer blending value spine add. So there is I think there is a variable that is coming from the source code. I think it's recalculated from the code. Layer blending values. I think so because I remember that. Layer blending values. Yeah, exactly. So that value that you see in the blueprint is actually calculated here. Is that a threshold or what? Spine add get curve value name layering spine add. So yeah, it's reading get curve value. Yeah, but you're getting a curve value generically or you're getting a curve value from where? Get curve value. It is inside the animation instance. So this means that I need to have inside my animation instance this curve. Do I have it? Do I have it or what? Because this is searching for an animation, a specific curve called layering spline add, layering blah 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 blah, right? All this stuff, right? Is searching it in the animation blueprint, but it doesn't exist, right? But I think it's the one that we saw in the skeleton, no? Yes. But this is only a name. How do I mean, is it really a curve or what? I don't understand what those curves are, right? Because, okay, there is a curve name, fine. But then I cannot open it. I can add a curve. No, I can add a new one, a new line, right? But I can find the curve uses, and these are all the uses, but how do I see the curve, right? Is this curve then referring to something here? I mean, is the real curve stored? Nope. So I'm missing something, right? I mean, I don't understand how it works. Even in the basic, even in the default project, the one where it works, right? Because here is saying get this curve, right? And this get curve value is getting it from the animation instance. From the animation instance. Now, the animation instance may read the animation sequence. I would say yes. I would say may read the animation sequence. So you're telling me that this thing is on the animation sequence? Okay. So if I take my secondary thingy and I open it up, I have 0 curves. Let's see if I have it in the former thing. I have 0 curves. I have 0 curves. So where is that curve? I don't understand. Anyone knows? Anyone with some real engine knowledge? But well, this is a bit more than just basic knowledge. This is kind of advanced knowledge. But basically, I don't understand what this get curve does. But this is just a generic Unreal Engine function. So maybe what we can do, we can just search it. Unreal Engine get curve value, right? So there is a function that we have here, that we have actually here, right? Get curve value. This is an Unreal Engine stuff, right? It goes into an im instance inside the Unreal Engine. So returns the value of a named curve. Which, by the way, I don't understand what is the meaning of this, because if it's a curve, how can it be one float? But anyway, that's a bit weird, huh? But where is getting that? Get curve values.
Bum, 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 bum,
Pom
bum,
pom
bum,
pom
bum.
pom pom pom.
Welcome to video 4.
Welcome.
Is curves, the get curve values node.
Yeah.
We are going to look at 3 value nodes today. We have a get float value, get linear color value, and get vector value. And it's basically a getter node for a value from a curve.
I want to get curve value.
And 1 node per curve, since there's 3 curves.
What the fuck? The video is named get curve value and he has completely 3 different things.
Over time, it has a line. Out, fades, curves.
No.
Take our template
No.
curve, which is our curve that goes up.
No, it's not this. Ah, this is the question. Where does get curve value takes its value from? I'm trying to understand advanced locomotion system. This guy is in the same trouble we are. All the animation are based on curves. Now I don't understand where the curves is coming from. For example, there is a lot of call to get curve weight gate, but when a blueprint search, a search folder file, there is no curve weight. How does he get it? Yeah, exactly. Curve in that case describe the very specific animation pose. They are found in the pose asset for the skeletal mesh. The curves are fetched from the relevant input pose. The raw unblended curve value are either on the animation sequence themselves, or they are being set directly using the modified curve node somewhere in the animation graph. ALS does it both ways. I think the curves are like virtual bones get blended with the animation pose. In the walk forward animation. Wow. In the walk forward animation. What the fuck? Curve. Okay, here we actually have 2. We have feet position and W gate. So we actually have these 2 curves here, yes. But then how the hell do I find... I mean, I don't understand. So this is using... Lateral value blending spine add. So it's like saying, if there is one, use it. If there is not one, don't use it. And if it is not there, it will just ignore it. I don't get this. I don't understand what. Don't understand it at all. I don't understand it at all. I mean, this part I completely don't understand it. Completely miss it. Okay, then after this is blending the layers together, right? So legs, pelvis, spine, head. Layer blend per bone. Layer blend per bone. Blend pose, base pose. Blend pose, base pose. This thing is complex, bro. Anyway. After this, until this layer nodes have no bone, they still influence the curve value. This allows the system to take the value directly from the curves present in the base and overlay layer, preventing them from being affected by all the previous layers. This is not done, it would nearly impossible to control how the curves interact with each other. Base layer input, overlay layer input. Slot curves. Wow. Holy shit. Can I remove this a second and see what happens? Because I need to simplify my problem. If I don't simplify my problem, I will never manage to. Okay. So here we lost the idle. Let me just see if like this we have it again. Yes. So by disconnecting this, we lost the idle animation, but we also lost the twitching, right? So it means that this blending is the one causing the problem, right? This blending is the one that is causing the issue. And can we do more? Can we remove this? I think it's the same, right? If I do this, it's probably the same result. It is the same result. So it means that our because it's in the overlay. I know it because I know that it's in the overlay, right? So basically our glitch comes from this, right? Comes from this. Now, can I skip that and just go like that or not? Or is making my character completely crazy? It's pretty much working the same with the same glitch, right? So this is just adding it to the slot curves, but it's basically adding it anyway. So okay, so our problem comes when we blend the base layer with the overlay layer here. Now, where is the overlay layer coming from? Well, it's coming from all this stuff, I guess, because overlay layer input. Overlay layer input, which is this guy. And this is what I don't fully understand, right? Overlay layer input. Overlay. This is where I'm a bit lost. So this overlay layer input, right? Where is it? Okay, it's here because this is the father of where we were, right? Where we were looking at, right? Then we have it here. This is what I don't understand. Input pose, base layer input. Name, base layer input. Input pose, overlay layer input. This is just a name, right? Yeah, this is the same stuff. I can duplicate it again, you know, and I can create, I assume, a third one. No, I cannot. Okay, I cannot. Why I cannot duplicate this? It seems that this node I cannot create, which is a bit strange. I cannot create this node. So I don't know how it got created, but maybe is a property or something? Is a variable? No. I don't know, that's a bit weird. But basically this overlay layer, where does it go? It's starting to be late, unfortunately. Fuck. Overlay layer input is going here. And it's going inside legs. And here is doing the blending, right? Between the overlay layer, the base additive layer, and is applying this mesh space additive thingy. And here again is using a curve, two-way blend. Let me check 1 second. Now that we have a better understanding of the secondary animation, right? Is the secondary animation having any curves? No, 0 curves. And we already checked that also in the default we had 0 curves. Secondary motion, we have 0 curves, yes. So it cannot be that, you know, we are missing curves. Let me see if there is any other difference between our secondary motion and the example secondary motion, right? Because I want to see if maybe again there is a bit of a oops, what is this? Animation track names. We have all of this that doesn't exist in our example, but I don't know. All of this does not exist. Animation track names. Holy shit. Okay, but apart from that, is there anything else that non-linear 3081-1. Okay, the skeleton is obviously different. Animation modifier assets 111. This is set the same. Project setting, local space, selected animation frame, LSN pose, frame 0. Enable root motion, no. Ref pose. No, this is all the same. This is all the same. Also because these are all default values. Animation sequence data model interface. What is this thing? Data model interface. Animation sequence data model. That I have no idea what is it. Animation sequence data model. Animation sequencer controller 89. This thing do not exist. They point here, but maybe are the ones that were created. Maybe those are references to stuff that was used to actually create the animation. But at the moment these are pointing to nothing, right? But also in the original they are pointing to nothing. So we should probably not care about that. No, the secondary motion seems to be identical, really. Let me see if someone answered me in the locomotion, because I posted a question in the locomotion channels, but I mean it's not easy that someone answers such a question. No, they didn't answer. Okay guys, I need to go. We didn't move much. I mean, we fixed the crouch and we made the guide a bit better and we did another full test. But we didn't fix the problem, right? We didn't fix the problem. We didn't fix the problem. So I have to analyze better this and see where the problem is coming from. If I can really understand it. But it's a very strange issue. But we had it already in the past. That's the funny thing, right? We had it already in the past. And then it was gone. So I mean, I'm sure that I tweaked some of the values inside ALS, so maybe this is something that I can also check. There are some basic value in. I don't remember if they are in ALS base card. Yeah, this ones, right? So there are some values like this that are coded, and they are actually doing something, right? And I don't know if I tweaked that or I remember there were some values here at the bottom. Now I don't find them, but there were some values here. That you could slightly tweak, right? And this seems not to be here anymore, at least not in this version. Maybe they are somewhere else, but yeah, you see there are some hard-coded things. And this can be tweaked, but anyway, I really need to go. Okay, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. I see if I can proceed a bit with this, but seems to be kind of hard. I mean, we kind of nailed roughly the point. So the issue is between the blending of the secondary motion with the base pose, right? And this is what is causing the twitching of this leg, right? But if I have to say that I understand why, I don't. Also, I don't understand why only the left leg, right? And they are not both doing it, or they are not randomly doing it left and right. And yeah, and it's only happening on our character, because on the base character is not happening. Is happening. Oops. Okay, because now we disabled a bunch of stuff for crouch. Yeah, that's normal. Still no answer for the mesh question. No. The mesh, which is the mesh question? I don't know. I posted a question for this, but let's see. Let's see. Okay. See you guys tomorrow. Bye. Have a good night. Bye. For the dungeon? No, the dungeon is released. We are not gonna change it. Hula is fine. The monsters are not moving, but it's okay. I mean, the dungeon works. It's fine. I mean, we will... yeah, no, but no answer, no. No.